Hi there. Artists and crafters like you create amazing work, and I want to see you show it off on social media. In my last video, which I'll link to below, I showed you how to edit your artwork using Canva. And today I'm going to show you how to create an amazing collage to make your work stand out. My name is Ali Manning from Vintage Page Designs, and my passion is creating handmade books. Let me show you how to make those journals of yours Instagram worthy. So let's start out by going to canva.com and logging into your account with your email address and password. I'm already in my account. Then we need to decide what kind of social media image we're going to create. You could do an Instagram post, a Facebook post. You could create a header for your Facebook profile or page. You could also create an Instagram story, a pin for Pinterest. Like, there are many different social media graphics you could create. I'm going to make it easy today. We're going to create an Instagram post. So you start out by going to the top button here, the purple button which says create a design. It's on the right hand side. And then if you don't see what you're looking for here, just start typing it in. I'm going to go for an Instagram post. There we go. I want a square one, so let's click that. And then that's going to open up in a new window. Next, I need to upload the photographs that I want to use, and then that's going to let me know how many spaces I need in my collage. You're going to go over to the left side and choose Upload. Upload files. And then you're going to find your files wherever you have them. So I have these images of a gratitude journal. This is a project we're going to be creating in, let's see, October. So I want to promote that on Instagram, and they are uploaded into your Canva account. So I think I'm going to start out by doing 4 of them. Now I could keep it very easy and just do a grid, which is split into 4 equal parts. So let's do that to start with, and then perhaps we can get a little more fancy. We're going to go over to the left side again and click Elements. Now there's all sorts of different options here. There's shapes, there's graphics, there's stickers, photos, videos. Keep scrolling till you get to grids. Then click See All, and then choose a grid to start working with. And if it's not the right one, you can just delete it and start again. So I'm going to find one with just 4 equal squares, nice and easy. Now I need to go back over on the left side to the upload section, and then I can just drag my pictures across. Now let's see, I'm going to put this one in the top left, put that one in the top right. I'm just clicking with my mouse and dragging them over. Drag, and then it drops into that space. One more. Should we do this one? I like these. This looks good. I can move them around a little bit. So if I double click on this image right here in the top left, I can move that around because the image itself wasn't square, it was landscape. So let's say I just want it to one side and then click out of it. I don't, but I could do that. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. This one right here, I'm double clicking. If I want more of those tags showing, I could just move that across, click outside in the gray area, and then it saves it. And then let's see if I want to move this. No, I kind of like that the way it is. The same with this. If I wanted to make this bigger, if I wanted to fill the whole square with this, I could by double clicking. So I get a purple box around it and then these 4 white corners. So I've double clicked and I can drag in the corner. I can make it bigger and then click outside to save it. I might want to move that across. I double click again, drag it across, click outside to save it. Don't actually like that. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to highlight it so there's just purple around that photo and hit the delete button on my keyboard and it's deleted. I'm going to go back over here and drag this picture back in because I actually like it as it is. Let's say I want to put my name in there, or I want to say what the name of the book is, like Coptic Gratitude Challenge, which is what it is. Let's add some text. So over in this left menu, you're going to add T for text. I'm going to use this one right here for my heading. I'm going to double click on there. I'm going to write, I would like it capitalized. You could put your name on here, you could put the date. If you're on a design team, you could add something about that. I would like that bigger, so I'm going to double click. I can drag, double click on it. I can drag one of the white circles in the corners, or I can change it up here by using the plus sign and watching the number increase like that. I'm going to do it by dragging. That looks pretty good to me. Click outside to save it. I want to make sure that's centered. So I'm going to click on it again. I've got a little arrow, and that means I can drag it. And Canva's going to have some guidelines. So do you see that pink line in the center? That means I'm on the center line, but I want to be centered vertically. So I'm looking for a red line going vertically. There we go. So you see I've got those two red lines that intersect right in the middle of my title, so that means it's slap bang in the middle. Let's say I want to change the color. So what I could do is double click on the text. I'm going to go up to the white menu bar here and click on text color. And then you're going to see here it says photo colors, and Canva has extracted some colors from these photographs, and I really like some of these. Maybe I'll try this khaki green. That looks quite nice. Or I could go like a sort of pale gray color. That one's quite nice. I think I'm gonna go with the pale gray. Let me click out, but now you can't really see it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put something on the background so that these words stand out. I could move my words down to the bottom here if I felt like it was covering something up. Could move my words down to the bottom, could do them like top third, but I'm just gonna put them in the middle by getting that red cross. Let's go over to the left menu now and click on elements again. Let's go back away from the grids, and now we're going to choose shapes. Click see all shapes, and I'm going to do a rectangle. Oh, actually I could do this curved shape here. Look at this one. Let's try this. I'm going to drag it across. So just from over here, I'm dragging it across with my cursor and then just dropping it anywhere. And it's come out as this dark gray. Great. So I'm going to, my oval is highlighted. You can see by the purple box. I'm going to drag it left so that it covers all of my words. Let's just move those words again. Let's center the box. There we go, because now I've got those sort of pinky red lines. Let's bring back the text and center that. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's nice and centered. I can always highlight the shape and highlight the words, and I can lock them together. So I've highlighted them both because they're outlined in purple. And then if I get this little white box, if I click on the three dots here, if I say group, now they're grouped together. I can ungroup them, but now watch, they move together. And then when I want to ungroup them, I click ungroup. I'm not thrilled by this color in the background, so I'm highlighting the shape and I'm going up to, so here's my shape color up here in the menu. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to choose another color from my photographs. I'm going to pick one of those nice greens that I liked before. I like that green there. It's a little on the dark side though, so I think I'm going to knock it back a little bit by reducing its transparency. In the menu bar, I'm going to go up to the transparency square. It's like a square with lots of smaller squares inside. I'm going to click on that. It's at 100% transparency, i.e. completely opaque. If I drag it down, you can see how it becomes more transparent. Up, down until, well, it disappears. So just find somewhere in the middle that feels good to you. That looks good to me. Click outside. And then I think that's done. If I wanted to make another collage for Instagram, I could just click add page right here. It would have to be the same size, so it'd have to still be an Instagram post. If I wanted to do a Facebook post, I would have to create a new document. But you can just add page right here. I'm going to go back to my elements I'm going to go to grids again, and we can choose a sort of non-traditional grid. So say I want to put 4 images in, maybe I'll do 3 images this time. Maybe I'll choose this one right here. I can do exactly the same thing. Go back over to uploads where I've got my photographs. I can put that one there. Just drag it across, double click if I want to move it over a little bit. There we are. That one looks good. And then what do I want to put in this long skinny one? Maybe I will put this one. Oh, that's interesting. So I can move that around. Look how it takes up. It just shows one section, and that looks kind of good. So I'm going to click out of it. I really like that. Then over in this bottom right, I'm going to have the tags. Okay, so there's my second collage. Now I could just go to my first collage. These are still grouped together, and I could right mouse click, hit duplicate. Now I've got a second version of that, and I can just drag it down. I could put it in the center. I could put it at the bottom like that. And I know it's centered because I have that red line showing up. You just move it from side to side and that red line shows up. So that looks pretty good too. I like that. Okay, now I want to download them. So you're going to click the share button in the top right corner. We're going to hit download. Now you can download both at once. So it says here all pages, but then they will be zipped up into a file. So I download them individually. What I didn't do was give this file a name. So let's call it Coptic Journal Challenge. Makes sense, right? So hit share again, download. I'd like it to be a JPEG, not a PNG. You can choose the quality. So if you're short of space on your computer, if you've got storage problems, you can make the file size say a medium instead. Or if you send out a newsletter, say with MailChimp, and you want to include this in a newsletter, you want to make the quality lower so that the file size is lower so that it loads quicker in email. And then I'm not going to do 2 pages. I'm going to do one at a time. So let's uncheck page 2. So I'm just going to download page 1, hit download, hit share again, download. All pages. No, I want page 2, please. Download. So there we have it, folks. That is how you create a collage in Canva. You can use it for your artwork, show off pictures of your family, of your travels. It has many applications, and I feel like this is a wonderful feature of Canva. If you haven't signed up for it already, please use the link below, and you can also find the video to my other Canva tutorial as well. All right, my friends, stay tuned for another Canva tutorial soon. Have a great day.